Dear friends, good afternoon. Today will be no rooster singing because I'm indoors, but I can promise you there will be no interference from my dog, who at this point wants to play ball with me. Anyway, that's so-called everyday's life. So, before I will go to the most difficult aspect of keeping our mind stable and relaxed and throughout all possible activity, the toughest will come, I will still need an intermediate aspect which is affecting many other things. It is not as difficult as talk to other person, but it is we interact without world which doesn't know that we even interact with it. It will be about making decisions. We don't generally realize that our life is filled with decision, micro decisions and major decision. Major we will of course easily notice, but micro decisions are unnoticeable. When we put a piece socks on our feet, we will start from the left or right, or from the right or left. It's a decision. It sounds maybe funny, but these things occupy us. We somehow have to make this decision and think about it. So, in other words, keeping our mind steady, we must accept that there will be thoughts which will be penetrating very often, with exception when we just simply sit and meditate, or in great tranquility walk and meditate. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't use this word meditate. I try to avoid it. Practice relaxation of mind, because this meditation, it's really extremely overused and very dirty, so I prefer not to. Anyway, you know what I mean. We do all the things. Now the dog sits next to me and wants me to throw him his ball. I don't want to, so I have to decide and keep him more or less not interfering as much as I can. So decisions, if you please look at your life, how filled it is with decision. When you get up in the morning, and I don't know what is your morning procedure, it is result of certain decisions. You know, some people go to the bathroom, to the toilet, and then some people brush teeth, some people make something with their hair, that's my part of my procedure, etc. We decide what we will eat for breakfast, even if it is a routine. Within the routines are decisions. We decide to what school or what high school, or if we have a choice, send our child. If we are younger, we decide which type of education we want to continue, or which kind of profession. We decide what telephone to buy. We decide where to go for vacation, and it's going on and on and on. I will not describe all the decisions. I will rather focus that certain decisions are nearly automatic because they already are part of routine. Some decisions are very gut-wrenching. Say, should I divorce or not? If there is no children, maybe it's not such a big deal. When there are children, it is a big deal. Is it worth it? Or when you are sick and you have a dangerous procedure the doctors recommend, would you follow it or not? So decisions are constant, and they always consistently, refer to the future. We can decide what we have done in the past. As far as past decisions are concerned, we may only regret that we make, most often, and occasionally we are happy that we made such another decision. So we can only have emotional attitude towards decision. But decisions which we make, they concern future. And they are based on sometimes on the knowledge which we accumulated through our life. In other case, let's say my case, I have this macular degeneration and I need some kind of glasses, and I go through internet and is advised this and this and this and that and this and that. Finally, I have to make some sort of a decision because I will not be completely able to read and write. So far, I do it with big difficulties. That's why I speak. Okay, so not about me, but it is a universal problem which we face, each of us. Here is how to be able to keep our mind stable and relaxed, restful, while we make decisions which by very nature are loaded with emotions, with fear, with hope. We have to, the one thing which I talk already, a little breaks for rest. Another, to integrate certain mental and physical activities to our resting of mind, or resting of mind will absorb these activities. It comes with nothing else but practice. And as far as the attitudes are concerned, the most important here is to obviously be patient, because making decision is sometimes so painful that we finally do something to have it over with, and then we regret. So be patient. The second, have a bigger view, not focus on this thing and it is the end of the world. It is a little fragment, minuscule fragment of our life. No, not every decision, but often. And as far as word is concerned, hardly cares about what we experience while making. So we have certain view which helps us to open and relax. Well, of course, but that is not that helpful. Always in all this situation, it's important to rely on our discerning intelligence, and which can pick up from the treasury of whatever we already experience in life something which is relevant, and from tons of things which you can find by reading books or now rather watching internet, what is relevant and what is helpful. But the most important of all of that is post-decision. Decision is made. And for a moment is the second of relaxation, and then it starts this very yucky feeling. Did we make the right decision? Should I spend that much money on the phone? Maybe should I send it back? Maybe not. And we are turned here and there, which is the time for our mind training. Sorry, I warn you, it's dog. I hope that you could hear me through this noise, but the dog is chewing the plastic bottle which makes this noise. I hope he will stop, because otherwise I will have to break this recording and deal with him, and he generally doesn't listen. You have to entertain him in something else or be very strong. Well, that's the decision I'm making right now. I allow you to, listen to this, his squeaks and his thing. So, decision is the preparation to the most difficult part, where we interact with other people, or sometimes animals, that's easier, but with other people, which will be in my next talk. So decision is just preparation, not so the leap will be not so abrupt, but decisions are very of key importance to everything, so I think it was appropriate to talk about them. Anyway, it's already happened. So, have the good day or morning, wherever you are, or night, I don't know, and see you soon. Goodbye.